Alright, I'm just sitting down to make sure I get this video done before midnight. Hi, it's Wednesday, February 14th, and I've had a day. A very, very, very unexpected day. Relatively unplanned. I'm not going to say unsuccessful, but the February reading is Isaiah chapter 55, verse 12. And here it's from the English Standard Version. You shall go out in joy and be led forth in peace. The mountains and the hills before you shall break forth into singing, and all the trees of the field shall clap their hands. Oh. God is love. This day of love often carries many emotions. It felt weird all day. People, greetings and salutations. Happy Valentine's Day. Maybe I've been like totally either not existing closely near other human beings, or just truly not paying attention, or it just hasn't happened before. But I feel like 2024 people are like, it was a commonality for people to generally interact as if it's an actual holiday, political, universal. Like, I don't know. For me, it's either you say it to somebody you care about, close to you, particularly because you know they're in a romantic relationship, or as a nicety to express to a dear friend. But otherwise, you don't say Happy Valentine's Day to the bus driver, and people at the fast food or passing you by don't need to say it. Like, to me, that's a little much, and it was just an odd day. For me, it just seems like the thing you say to the person you celebrated with, or like I said, close friends. But I got choked up because at the end of a phone call, I did say it with this person, and it came out in such a way. It may not be a thing to her. Maybe it was just the kindness, a greeting, salutation, but it felt normal because I disconnected with this person, and our friendship was a very long and deep one. So, Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day sounded authentic and caring and lighthearted and genuine and friendly, because I really meant it as a person who is in a marriage. So Happy Valentine's Day. You are going to celebrate it. So good feel. And so it was nice, to get it back. At the same time, it was like at the end of that phone call, it to me seemed like a natural or comfortable endearment, being a greeting or salutation. And it's not a comfortable space restoring a friendship. However, I'm praying and submitting every step or portion of this to my God. And this day of love often carries many emotions. I was able to share a term that she was thinking of as she started to share something with me, and in saying it, we both just had like it was a very synergetic agreement, and it felt natural for who we've been as friends in the past. And the word I'm referring to is social emotion. I said that earlier. That's what we already know of. Spiritual emotion is the word. No hyphen, no space, just spiritual emotion. And it's the kind of dwelling or space within you. And it's not carnal or earthly. It's not a typical human emotion, but something heavy and profound that God is putting on the inside of you. And my spiritual emotions have been very evolutionary, I'd say, if that's a word. I've been evolving tremendously over this past week. So it was a very unexpectedly pleasant interaction. Getting back into the reading. This day of love often carries many emotions, some positive, others not. It can be exciting for those falling in love, nostalgic for those who have been in love, disappointing for those who have not yet found love, and sorrowful for those who have lost love. Take the romantic notion out of it, and love is still at the core of our beings. We recognize it through our relationships with family and friends. Love is to be celebrated, but let's be reminded of where love comes from. It's from God, and God alone is the only true example of it. Beloved, let us love one another, for love is from God, and whoever loves has been born of God and knows God. Anyone who does not love does not know God, because God is love. That's 1 John chapter 4, verse 7 and 8, the English Standard Version. Whatever love camp you are in today, remember that God is the one who is always faithful. God is the one that keeps promises and will forever show his love to the world. What about your part? I don't know what it's asking me, so I'm not going to answer it. But, okay. Are you able to show your love for God today? Oh, that's a big two-part question. Honestly, for me, I feel like the answer to that, personally, for Jasmine, is to hold on tighter. And instead of idolizing or depending on people as someone who's, I'm not gonna cry. Ooh, in the name of Jesus. Go to my business page, Restoration Catalyst. Subscribe there, increase my viewership there. Subscribe at Restoration Catalyst, and I do have Instagram, TikTok as well. There I emphasize a full platform of healing, strength, and peace, including on Instagram, the brand that spreads from the business. I have one book already published, more currently on the way. You can look on all social media for Fixing Your Tiara. The Facebook group is private for XX women, and there's so much years of content that I have for us to grow in God, in ourselves, hence Fixing Your Tiara. And the emphasis is to pursue healing, strength, and peace. And I show God my love in keeping tight relationship with God, because I've been excusing the background sounds. I'm trying to find the correct word. Restoring. I guess I'll stick with it. Restoration Catalyst. Again, go ahead, subscribe. I've been restoring my issues with dependency in relationships, and I'm recovering from codependency. Actually, I have to look into it to see how legitimate this is, but go ahead and look for yourself if you wish. I saw a tab that said they have AC, or no, CA, sorry, CA, Codependence Anonymous, a support group for codependent people. So also you can do some research on the term parentified, and it's been a difficult and emotional experience just within this past week. Ooh, probably just 5 days. And I'm a powerful straight shooter. Literally, it's who God made me to be. The job, my business. My life is my business. My business is my life. The Godpreneur that I am is to crash light into the darkness. Holy Spirit is my therapist, and I use the acronym DIG in my second book, the one I'm currently editing to self-publish this spring. Next month, actually, March. Okay, so it's coming. Next week's the Tiara book. And to dig into myself, to dig honestly and with accountability at what makes me broken, and bringing all of that to God for the restoration. I acknowledge and submit to God that restoring friendships and my finances, restoring my identity, and I've been on a multi-year journey fixing my tiara. So as a recovering codependent, seeking God in navigating interdependence and navigating my loyalty within, and trusting God and not cowering out of the history I know from codependency and idolizing people in close relationships, and experiencing the fragility of worshiping the relationship I have with those closest to me, the sense of stability and control I feel having a certain amount of access to them, being needy, and not in an excessive way, but just on a basic level, which is why I say it's a navigation into interdependence, because I'm currently trying to birth balance with everything that I just mentioned, and more specifically establishing enough independence to overcome codependence, and not so much that I avoid or run from interdependence, because that's when people isolate and avoid relationship, and it's not healthy to choose to be alone. I want the relationships that are either being restored right now or new ones to form. And on that note, at the Restoration Catalyst YouTube channel, there is a full series titled Birthing Balance on Navigating a Fighter's Fortitude with the Softness of Safety. So it's revelations just as the last 5 to 10 minutes of this video. And, you know, I might end up like downloading this, clipping it, putting it over there or something like that. Oh wait, I'm recording on my iPad and uploading it. Great, so I don't have to do all that. Boom. Hey, Restoration Catalyst watchers, go ahead and follow at Powerful Jasmine, my personal YouTube channel where I read these little God time devotions. So for everybody watching on both of my YouTube channels, thank you for subscribing. Subscribe. And of course, thank you for the watch and share. I'm gonna wrap this up by taking a go at it and being confident enough to ask for your support. I do have information in the description below for how to financially bless what I have going on. Specifically, I can say that in purchasing ISBNs, I don't even have a book near me. Yep, okay, so for example, this number here, right? Every format of every book needs an ISBN. Like if you have one book and it comes in ebook, paperback, hardcover, that's 3 ISBNs you need. And one is like 125. But they do have bundle options, and I already have my next 2 books written, and God told me to start the 4th book. So I'm in the writing process right now so basically I need at least 3 or 4, because I know at least one of these is going to be in at least 2 formats, right? So there's a bundle for the 10 ISBNs, which is like $375, I think. And I think that's a safe investment for this time, you know, but I definitely see in the future more written content and versions. So it'd be smart actually to invest in the 100 package, because that's only 5 something. So 10 for $375, I think. 100 for 5 something. So it'd be a worthy investment, and I'm just letting you know this factual information. Copywriting. So I need to copyright each book when I'm completely done with the editing process. So at the moment, I currently have 2 that are going to get edited and self-published this year. So that's $45 each. And I'm trying to think if there's something else that is worth sharing. ISBN, that's free. Copyright. And I decided to go by pen name because my first book, Fixing Your Tiara, Finding You and Him, available on Amazon, ebook and paperback, is, at the moment, it's officially written by author Jasmine Wade Mapp. I was married at the time when I wrote it and copyrighted it. So I'm going to, at some point, change the name, but right now I've decided that I want to pseudonym myself so that I go from Jasmine Wade right now, maiden name, single, and I will drop my maiden name when I get married. And I do feel annoyed by what name do I go by now as an author, and do I change names when I want all of my books to just have one solid name, and they can always just find Powerful Jasmine, the author. So that being my other name, PK, pseudonymously known as another, or the professional term for that is doing business as. So it's a legal registration that costs $25, but in New York City, I'm in the Bronx, it's an extra $100 fee. So $125 to establish the Powerful Jasmine doing business as legal name that I can operate with my Restoration Catalyst LLC. Through that, I can like if I'm at public speaking events or book reading and stuff like that, I can officially legally go by Jasmine, Powerful Jasmine, right? I operate with that for the Powerful Jasmine YouTube channel, but that's like more my personal page, sort of, kind of. And I officially intend to make the pseudonym or pen name through my author life professionally as a book writer, editor, self-publisher, Powerful Jasmine. So those are the things that are worthwhile investment, and I will be mentioning it as I feel led going forward. I'm not begging. However, I believe in myself and I'm taking myself seriously, and I worked a lot mentally over the past year, and this year it feels like I'm doing it and fighting for myself and reclaiming my life and putting myself in the driver's seat of Jasmine's existence, and as I already mentioned, overcoming codependency and trying to develop my independence and not put other people above myself so drastically or consistently is a journey I'm fixing my tiara through. So I've said so much. Please, by all means, check out the description box below. If you're watching on Powerful Jasmine, the personal page, the description box has it all. Thank you for subscribing and watching. Check out Restoration Catalyst, the business page. And if you're watching on Restoration Catalyst, the business page, for all viewers, check out Birthing Balance. And thank you for subscribing, for sharing, and by all means, everybody, keep fixing your tiara, ladies. The social media platforms exist. I've been on for years. Fixing Your Tiara, Finding You and Him is my book, available on Amazon in ebook and paperback. Whew. And at the end of this day, actually, it's almost midnight. All right, long video, but making it under the wire with a little God time. And I'm so thankful that I've had this. I'm evolving a lot right now, but one big emphasis through my years as the Restoration Catalyst has been the journey of becoming who God created us to be and recognizing that we are ongoing. So there's balance to be birthed in allowing us graciously to be ongoing as we do persevere and strive, becoming the woman that we want to be or see ourselves through God's eyes as. All right, so yay womanhood and growing up and whatnot. And I'm not a child, but I am a child of God. Thank you for watching, sharing, and subscribing. Continue joining as we grow in life and in God.